Oh, we are not
We
speaking.
are? Yay! Awesome. Well, everyone who is here was also here last week. So everybody roll for recap.
Cool.
Speaking of which, this GIF reminds me that I definitely need to rewatch.
Gravity
Gravity
Falls.
Falls.
It's a good show.
It's so good.
It really is, and my wife has never seen it.
Just gotta watch it. It's good. Okay, it looks like Johannes.
Yes, what can I say? Not much. I don't really know if much has happened. Feels like we've been gone a long time. Yes. But anyways, we're almost home. Isn't that great, I guess? Except home is full of murder and intrigue and, just betrayers to people in general. So that's crazy. Well, let's see. We found out from the other Uncle Harold, not you, Book, not you, but person Harold that you sort of loosely. Anyways, I'm not explaining that to you. You're a book. You know all these things already. Anyways, other Harold, in what just revelations. They're using the landlock's dead as undead because they're raising them, so they're not originally undead. They take the corpses of the landlocked and they cheat their the ethical codes by purchasing the bodies from the landlocked and then using them as undead slave labor for the rest of their undeath, which just seems bad. Yeah, no, that feels bad. Bad is the right word. Probably a better word for bad. Just unpleasant. I just don't feel good about it. It's crazy. Let's see, what else happened? We talked to some people in the Grove. We'll see if maybe we can get a more clear answer on what might be going on with, Pa Kent. But also, we're just going into crazy times. So you should have seen the look on all their faces when Frank was just deciding to change his entire persona in the middle of their camp. And, that felt sketchy to us, but it also felt sketchy to them. And they were like, hey, do we have to kill you? What are you doing? And he was like, oh, wait, no. This is what's going on. And then I think I got a little drunk. Maybe just a little bit. And I was just like, oh, here's the story. And I really have to stop giving background stories to everyone. I think I'll work on that. Except you, Harold. I'll tell you everything. You are, for my eyes only. Literally, if anyone else tries to read you, you just erase metaphysically, and I'll just summon you into another book. It'll be perfect. Because that would be wrong of them. My eyes only. That means no peeking, Frank. And I'll look around and make sure he's not here. I think, I'm safe. Yeah, it's probably a good enough perception check. I'm gonna say I'm probably safe. But yeah, no, that's about it. We're going to a party, and it seems that I have ordered an outfit, not for the party per se, but for other, just practical traveling, but good-looking garb from Puma, which is not only the name of a feline predator in the woods, but also the spouse of. Why am I forgetting his name? What's weird? Welby, yes, Welby is his name. Yes, why am I remembering his wife's name more? I've never even met her. Anyways, Puma sent me. He had me send some messages to Puma, which were specific about it just felt like a sales pitch. I think he really is banking on me pushing for the home, which I'm going to do. But I mean, obviously, it also feels a little bit like there's a lack of trust, which I guess is normal considering I come from the folk who enslave the dead of. Yeah, never mind. I completely get the distrust. Never mind. It's fine. I completely. Why am I rambling? I'm writing. This is so weird. I'll end there, but then it'll just pan out, and Johannes erases all of it and starts putting it in just a little more concisely for each thing. Like, oh.
I love it. I love it. We're revising our journal entry here. Incredible. We rejoin the group at the Moonshine Glade as you guys are spending a few days here, in part to warm back up if you've been traveling through the woods during the snowfall part of winter, and because the full moon has been approaching and Mama Kent has been interested in getting some insight into what's up with Pa Kent and Kel Kent's souls and that whole business. And on the full moon, Paloma has agreed to assist with that. Over the last time we met, it was about like 2 days before the full moon. And as the full moon has been approaching, and after last week when Paloma and the others were told the new information that Johannes had learned about the undead slave labor happening, things have gotten a little more intense around the camp. And you have noticed today, which is tonight will be the first night of the full moon, some new people have arrived at camp, and I will have everybody make a perception check to see what you immediately observe about these people.
Perception.
My brain is full of other stuff.
That's perfectly
16.
fair, Mama Kent.
Perception. Oh, lovely.
Hey, Dungeon Master's Vault, why don't you load to the next page for me that I have clicked on with all my stats? Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
Nope.
Welby, he's writing a letter to his sister, and he's very focused on that.
Let's see. You said perception, right?
Yes, perception, please. Incredible. Okay. So, Noctis and Johannes, as these people have arrived and begun entering into conversations with Paloma and the other leaders here at the Moonshine Glade, you pick up pretty quickly that these new people are representatives of the Fletchers, having some kind of official discussions with the leaders of the Glade.
I just like lean to the rest of the group. I'm like, I actually no, I won't even lean. I'll do it like surreptitiously. I'll just kind of like nonchalantly cast the message spell to Noctis, and I go, "Hey, Noctis, do you see those Fletchers?
Yeah.
Do we want to interact with that, or do we just want to just not?"
We can ask Welby and Ma Kent. Also, I'm frank with you.
Yes, I hope you'd always be frank with me.
No, can I be frank with you?
Yes, like I said, I hope you would always be frank with me.
Right. So why are you calling me Noctis?
I see what's going on here. You want me to refer to you by a new name, which is Frank.
Exactly.
Of course. And you will call me Master.
Yes, that was what I was planning on doing.
That's gonna feel gross, but okay. We both have to get used to new things.
True. It's very true.
Alright, well, let everyone else know and we'll see what's going on, I guess.
I'll slide on up to Welby and later Ma and talk and inform them about the Fletchers in camp.
I glance around. Like, I know that this would be the upper levels and stuff, but I still, like, take a quick glance to see if Lola's among them.
You don't see her.
Cool.
I don't know how to say this. Is Sir Johannes wanting to get involved with them?
Up to you.
Sorry, say again.
It's up to you.
Ah. I would prefer to keep my head attached to my neck.
I wander into the group where they're having this conversation and I go, guys, I just realized something. And this is going to sound crazy, but I think we're going to get pulled into that discussion because of what I informed Paloma of earlier.
What'd you tell Paloma?
Remember how I was like, oh yeah, they're using the dead of the landlocked as eternal slaves in undeath.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Yeah, no, it completely slipped my mind because I'm just pretty used to packing trauma away and putting it away, and then I forget about it, and then it comes up at really unfortunate times. They didn't get unfortunate yet, but still, this feels like one of those times.
Welby's just gonna put a hand on his collarbone and kind of rub it around a little bit.
Oh, on his own?
Yeah.
I thought you were...
collarbone massage.
I was just... Johannes is just doing that thing where someone's obviously not used to, like, that much pressure. If it would have been him, he was just like,
No,
if it's on your own, then it's fine.
Welby's putting his hand on his own collarbone, kind of like, thinking about how he likes his head attached to his neck, attached to his body.
Yes. Well, is there something you want to...
No, I just thought you guys should know. I don't really know how to interact with them yet, because I don't want to be like, hey, let me be your in over in this end. Because that puts a lot of pressure on us, and we have things to do, and I look at Mark Kent, and I'm like, and, that might not be something that if we were to try and agree to doing things that other people would want, they put time, people like to impose timelines upon others, you know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like I'm rambling again.
You always are, but that's okay.
Conversation is happening. One of the centaurs that is sort of like, as one of Paloma's assistant type people, comes over to the group, and you can see them kind of awkwardly waiting for this conversation to have a pause so they can enter the conversation.
I look over and I go, are we being summoned?
Just you.
See, that's what I was afraid of. I told you guys. Anyways, I will...
I mean, I think you're all welcome to come with him if you want, but like the specific request is for you and your uncle's book.
Yep, no, that makes sense. That's exactly... Did you say my uncle's book or my uncle book? Never mind.
Your uncle's book?
Yep, never mind. That's exactly what I thought.
Unless...
Nope,
let's go. Have a book who is... I didn't think you had an uncle who was also a book.
Nope, I think I need to... I'm gonna put the hard cider away for a bit, I think.
Okay. Great. Yeah, the rest of you can come, I believe. I believe this is not something that was like a secret to the rest of you, so if there's nothing... You can come if you want. It's just the only requesting Johannes.
I'm just gonna look this centaur straight in the eyes. I'm just gonna go, I am so sorry that every time we show up, weird things happen.
I don't think anything that weird happened last time.
Oh, I guess it didn't really happen to you guys, so never mind. That's fine.
What happened?
Nothing.
It's fine. It's thanks, I guess. Great. And he turns around to start leading you back towards this council that's happening, and anyone who wants to join Johannes can. Or do you send him alone?
I keep my
If he
manservant
looks-
with me. I snap at him at least.
No, yes, master. And then I
I
go.
go, you guys can do what you want. You may come, you may stay. That's really on you. Whatever you wish.
I just look at Welby, like shrug.
Look, I'm gonna be. I suppose we're technically already somewhat traitorous based on what we did at the river. I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? I'm gonna stand and come with.
All right, I'll also come with.
Okay. You guys
I
go over to
will, during the conversation, stand a bit back, but I'll be there.
You'll be present, but you won't be an active participant.
Unless if something draws me in, but yeah, I'm one of the people standing in the background.
Gotcha.
Okay. You guys approach this group, which has Paloma, a couple of the other centaurs, and then 3 Fletchers who are here that have gathered in the shadow of the dragon bones that stand watch over the glade. Paloma looks at you guys as you approach and gives you all a nod, and then her eyes land on Johannes. She says, "Thank you for coming, and thank you for the information you have provided already. I do apologize for what I am about to ask of you. I know I would not ask under normal circumstances. You understand that. The book, the journal of your uncle's. Have you found any other information in there that might be pertinent?"
No. So far, it's been more of a journal. Things that have been pertinent to me in the fact, in like an emotional sense. But outside of that, let me go through the pages I have deciphered so far. Let's see. The latest thing was, and I'm assuming since I'm deciphering these, I would actually have these as pages separate, and I'll go, there was this one, and I'll hand a copy, like,
Okay.
of the last
Yeah, you
one.
can have physical copies of the ones you deciphered. That's
Yeah, and I'll
that
go,
makes
there's this one, and this is, the cruelty was not always our way one. Right? And then I
Mhm.
think, let's see, another one I might hand over is, no, not the dream one, not the Johannes one. I'll hand over the one about the alliance being a mistake.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if this is relevant in this tone, but this is about House Varanus and Petrellus working together, and how Harold thought that was a mistake. Let's see. No, let's see. This one's about self-hatred because being winged. This one's about my father not really liking me. This one's about Harold thinking he's a liability. I don't think. I was gonna look up. I was like, no, and this one's about his failure as a father. So no, those two would be the only ones that would be relevant thus far.
I see. Now, as you are aware, I have an ability to look into the way that the history of things, of people and memories, and having an object anchored to those memories is particularly useful. And what we know from this particular entry, she holds up the one about the undead slave labor, is that Harold was privy to very significant information and people. And right now, we need to gather all the information we can.
I would.
Is
just
there any
like-
way I can convince you to entrust me with the safekeeping of the journal for a time?
It would be better if you not. And let me just explain. One, I personally, while I trust you, I would like. You remember how you remember how you and Harold talked about dreaming, and Harold, I'm not sure if you're aware, actually practiced sleeping so that he could dream.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if it's normal for elves if we do sleep and dream that our vision that we receive would essentially feel like visions linked to others in the past or that we are close to. But thus far, with this journal and the dreams I've started having, I've discovered his connection, or at least the connection to those you wouldn't want also to be connected to. By mistake or things like that. If that makes sense. Some of the unsavory types who would not take kindly to their things like this becoming privy to what they feel are the wrong people.
Well, they probably won't take kindly to a lot of things that are about to transpire.
Which I know nothing about.
And you are free to continue that way if you would like.
But no, I'm just stating that as a fact currently, that I know nothing about. Meaning, you don't have to trust me one way or the other thus far. I've not really learned a place in any of that. I just would like to say that. DM, do I feel like I'm able to interpret his journal or like translate the stuff mostly because I'm just used to paperwork? Or is it's not in any sort of like weird cipher or anything?
Yeah, it's just old and like faded, so it's just taking time to work through in that way. It's not in a cipher.
I assume your want of the journal is so you can... I'm assuming some sort of scrying.
Yes.
Whereas my want of the journal is for a more physical transcribing and looking to discover the notes. But your specific attempt is you want the journal for... Do you know how long?
It is clearly connected to memories of his that would be very valuable to us.
You're more or less looking for something connected to Harold strongly. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes. Yes, so if you have something else you would recommend, I'd be happy to hear that.
Do you happen to have a blank book around?
A blank book?
Yes, I wouldn't like to part with this one, but would something that he had custom made for someone out of love and desire be just as useful in your scrying attempts?
I believe so.
I hold up my spell book, my grimoire, and I go, he had this made for me when I first started learning magic. And I can take all my spells and notes and things out of it. As long as I have another book to move it over. It'll take about an hour, but I can...
May I see it for a moment to evaluate whether or not it would serve the purpose? I won't read it. I won't open it.
No, that's fair. I just have to make sure something real quick in what the spell book actually is, physically and metaphysically. Just want to make sure it's not gonna like bite her or something.
That would be funny and unfortunate.
Okay, I think. Let me just check one last thing. It'd be very unfortunate. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, sorry, that's just Harold. But it's not my actual uncle, it's just. Never mind.
That one centaur's like, his Uncle Book.
He's just like, that makes sense. He wasn't just drunk. Okay, so the book doesn't awaken specifically manifesting until next level. So, yeah, I'll hand the book over.
Okay. I am going to make a roll to determine whether or not the book will work for what they want to do. Paloma looks it over. She holds it in her hands, closes her eyes, and after a few moments, she opens her eyes again and looks at you and shakes her head, and she says, I'm afraid this book would only lead me to memories that are yours.
That's what I was afraid of. How long? Or is this more of an indefinite?
Well, as long as you're willing, we can put a deadline.
How about this? You're mainly scrying. You're not going to be going through the book and transcribing, or is that also going to be part of your process?
Well, that was going to be the next step of the negotiation. The scrying is the most important. We would be happy to go through it also if you would permit it, but I know that this is very sentimental to you, and we would not go through it if you don't want us to.
I'm going to look at the group here collectively. I'm assuming the Harpers are part of this. They're just silent while Paloma's doing the
The
talking.
Fletchers.
Or the Fletchers, sorry. Different groups,
Yeah, they're
nowhere near
letting
the
her
same.
handle the conversation.
Legally distinct entity.
The Fletchers, you do notice, like, look a little bit more suspicious about you, but they're letting Paloma take the lead because she has rapport with you.
I think, knowing my uncle the way I did, that it would be best if I left it with you. That's what he would want. If his knowledge can be used to fight a better fight.
And will you permit us to read it?
Oh yes, I have one condition for that.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to send them anywhere, but if any copies of anything that is transcribed could be made accessible to me to take with me when I next come visit. And then I look at her and I go, because I don't think you're going to be able to get rid of me that easily anymore.
Paloma smiles and she says, that would be perfectly reasonable. We will make copies.
Because I'm afraid we might be on the run again soon.
There may be many things changing in this world soon,
Well,
and
I'm going to find out. And I just look at her, and then I look at everyone else, and I go, how much do they know?
how much does who know about what?
I'm like pointing dead at the Fletchers. I'm like, do they know about everything I've told you in the last little bit? Everything?
They know details that are your own personal details, have not been necessary to share.
All right. I plan on making some inquiries at the events I'm going to attend, and I'm going to see how to proceed next on my end. So that could be interesting. I'll
Indeed.
keep you apprised. I'll just send you a nice little message if it's bad or if it's good, either way. But I want to find out how deep it goes and if it's common knowledge or if this is more like the heads know and this is, you know, some sort of thing you find out when you hit a certain status point.
Mm.
Not
Well,
that
I wish you luck. I hope that goes
I'm going to
as
need
well as
it.
it can, given the nature of things.
Oh yes. Well, you know, what's gained easily can be lost just as easily, and thus far it's come pretty easily, sadly. So we'll see. It's been an interesting few months.
Of course. Well, thank you, all of you. If you have questions for us, there are some things we can answer and some things that are, of course, a bit more best kept in close circle.
That's understood. We have access to Harper's if we need them, or not Harper's, Fletcher's if we need to send any messages. And I look and I go, if you ever need to reach us for any reason, just have Lola act as some sort of middle. And I say, and I go, all right. Well, if you don't need anything else, I'm gonna go before I regret handing over the only connection to any family I really had. So I will go over there now.
I will personally take care of it, and thank you.
And I trust you, Paloma, so thank you.
All right. You leave, and if the others don't have any questions or things that they need to do in this encounter,
No.
okay. You've handed over the journal for now. Excellent. Well, is there anything anyone else would like to get to before the evening comes and we move on to the full moon activities?
Just writing a lot.
Just writing your letter.
Well, maybe not a lot, but like making sure it's good.
Revising.
At some point, I look over and just mutter to myself, that's way longer than 25 words.
I think Johannes has noticed at this point that I'm following him around everywhere now.
I've
Watching
already
for his
given you
pet show up?
clothes to mend and things.
Yeah, I'm just like actually beginning to take up the role of a servant. I would also I don't want to role play having to do this, but I would begin like changing my voice just a little bit so it's not immediately recognizable to people who have met me.
No, roleplay
then-
right now.
No. And then I would also get a very, very small pebble and put it in one of my shoes.
Oh,
So
Wait, wait, walk.
Change your walking pattern. I like it.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
that's an actual thing like medieval spies used to do. Like, because
It's something modern spies
modern
do.
spies do it too. But I'm just like, it's a very real thing. You can't be, because you can train yourself to do it, but you'll slip up. But if there's like an actual thing that's causing it, you can't beat that.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Okay. Then we will go to the evening for Mama Kent to take care of her business as the full moon rises into the sky.
All right. I probably would have asked this before. Does this need to happen in her tent or? Well, I guess we do have Kel is in the cloak that makes him super light. So
That is true. He's pretty easy to carry around in the cloak.
yeah, I think I'd probably ask someone to help me carry him, like just because of the bulk rather than the weight.
Hmm.
I probably would do that then.
Perfect. All right. And just wait until it's dark and stuff. Not, we trust these people, I guess, but I'm not going in full daylight with this.
Not wanting an audience.
Yeah.
Understandable. So once it's dark and Welby is helping you carry Kel over to the Dragonbone tent,
Mm-hmm.
Paloma lets you inside, directs you where to put Kel, Welby. Oh. Goodness, I'm so sorry.
It's unreal.
Indeed. Well, what did you want to start with?
How do you mean?
I mean, you asked about your husband, and also there is Kel. What do you want to look into first?
Let's look at Kel.
All right. And you are particularly wondering about his status within the reincarnation cycle?
Yes.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Give me a moment. When I let you all see your past lives, I let you in to be able to witness them. I can do that same thing now, however, I do not know if there will be anything easy to see in this. If that makes sense, the information may be difficult to interpret, and that can be rather straining. So I will leave it up to you whether you would like me to glean what I can and convey it, or if you would like to see whatever there is to see.
May I see?
Absolutely. I just warn you, it might not make a lot of sense.
Right.
All right, and so she takes one of your hands in hers and she puts her other hand over Kel's eyes and begins the ritual. Let me roll something real quick here.
I'm just gonna sit and like not stare at them do the ritual.
You're just like, I'm just casually looking at this wall over here, you know?
Like, I don't know when you will be done with the body, and so I need to be here to help you carry it back, but I'm just gonna be here.
And Mama Kent, would you please roll either a religion or arcana check?
Let me see. I have a -1 to both, so
Pick one.
let's make it religion, I guess.
Is
Okay.
there a way I can help?
Nope.
Okay.
That's a
I
7.
Awesome. Awesome. This is a very disorienting feeling as the vision begins, and it feels like you're floating in a field of stars, and then everything starts to move really quickly, and you're occasionally getting glimpses of things that are moments and memories and feeling, but none of it is the way you would normally experience any of those, and so it's just like a flash of sound and a flash of images and a flash of emotion. None of these seem connected. They're all from different moments and memories that you're getting. And then they all focus in, and it's like the light that you are able to see is blinding, and you feel a feeling of, it's sort of a contradictory feeling of feeling disconnected, but also feeling trapped, like someone has been set adrift in a cage. And then you open your eyes as the ritual ends, and Paloma looks at you.
Is that what he's feeling?
Well, what did you feel?
Just very confusing, but it was not a good feeling at the end.
Yes.
Like, stuck, but not connected to anything.
Yeah, I'm afraid it was confusing, especially for a while there, because I had to find the thing his soul is tethered to, which was never this body. But I think you said they took something out of him. They took...
Good. Crystal?
I believe that is really what is Kel. So he's not dead any more than he was before. but he is not alive in a way that we would understand it.
So,
When I told you that when I saw him before and I saw the state of his connection to this life was as more connected, as though it was like forcibly glued to I do not think it will be easy to separate him from his current vessel.
meaning the crystal, or meaning he's...
The crystal. There is not a lot of danger of an accidental separation there. And it does not seem like it was an accidental joining of vessel and soul either. And I think they knew that. Otherwise, why would they have taken it?
Is he aware?
I don't know. It seemed... there are times when someone is... For example, there are curses where someone is asleep for a long period of time and things where you're not dead, you're not completely unaware. But it's not as though you're awake experiencing all of it the entire time. I would guess it is more like being stuck in a dream or being... Perhaps I am hoping that more than anything, because I don't really know what the situation is, but...
I see.
I would hope that he is more asleep right now.
She nods.
It did not seem like he was experiencing great deals of pain, at least.
Well, that's a relief, at least.
I wish I could give you more comforting news than that, but... Did you still want me to try to get a look at your husband?
Yes. She'll, I think she will pull out the booty shorts. Well, I guess they weren't booty shorts for her husband, but, you know, the beach shorts.
The beach shorts. I love it. Incredible. She, like, smiles with that. She's like, wonderful. Would you like to join me in the ritual again?
Yes.
All right. Well, here's hoping for something a little more coherent. She takes your hand again and begins the ritual again. Please make another religion or arcana check.
All right. That's a nat 1 for 0.
Mama Ken, as you have a similar experience to before at first, where you are rushing through a field of lights and all this stuff, and then suddenly you stop and you find yourself in the memory of when you first met your husband.
Ah.
Would you like to tell us about that, or you don't have to?
I gotta come up with it, is the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we probably met as kids.
Cute. You remember being a very young halfling? I almost said gnome for a minute. I'm so sorry.
I'm so offended, you know?
You have a memory of being a young child, meeting him, and just whatever that experience was up until you parted ways again. And that is all you get from this ritual this time. You kind of just get stuck in that one memory until the vision recedes and the ritual is over.
Gotcha.
And Paloma opens her eyes and looks at you and says, how did that go for you?
Kind of takes an extra second to open her eyes. I saw how we met.
Oh.
I didn't see anything current.
That's
With
not unusual. These things are. It takes a lot of practice to understand what goes on when you do these rituals.
Mhm.
So I did. Your husband was a halfling,
Mm-hmm.
but he is not anymore.
He's
But he was not reborn.
so. What does that mean?
I am slightly unsure. It appears his soul was caught. And I did not know what to make of his current situation from what I could glean, other than he's no longer inhabiting the body that he was born with. And there is something strange about him now. I'm afraid even I struggle to interpret the visions sometimes, and I did not understand much of what I saw.
I see.
It's possible, I don't know. It did not seem like... I have seen occasionally those who get caught where their soul is stuck outside and then they're a ghost before they're able to re-enter reincarnation. It did not seem like that. More like
Intentional.
a caught in a jar. Yes. I worry that it is related to what has happened with Kel. But I don't know how it could. I don't understand it.
See.
Only it seems so strange that there would be two very separate people or entities doing things like this. And somehow both involving themselves in your family.
Yes, it's... Strange.
It is. It is strange, and it is most concerning, especially in light of what we've learned this week about
Yes.
what the Winged Ones will do with our dead.
Yes. You couldn't tell if he was uncomfortable?
Or
Just
it was
where?
very difficult to say because it was so different. It was so... I imagine it would be very disorienting to be in another body,
Right.
to be forcefully put into one. I mean, it can be just disorienting enough to see your own past life.
Right.
And that's with a whole death cycle in between, you know, you've had time to sort of adjust. It seemed not like something that... It did not seem actively painful, but it did seem... It seemed as something he resented.
Right. We didn't know what had happened. We just found him.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Thank you.
I wish I could help you more. Right now, we are We are on the brink of many things right now.
Understood. Welby,
So-
are you?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right. Well,
If you do find out what happened, if you find out more, feel free to come to us. I know that we may be embroiled in many things soon, but one thing I believe is that those who commit cruelty deserve to be brought to justice.
thank you.
And sometimes that means burning some things down.
Yes. Does she react at all? Well, I guess with Welby helping Carrie, then maybe it's not as reactive. But he is still wearing the cloak that Cyrus gave.
Let me roll something.
And I think that's the outer cloak too. I think my cloak is directly on him, and Cyrus's cloak is.
Yeah, they have the feather cloak on the outside. Ooh, okay. She's looking at this and she reaches out a hand for a moment, almost touch the feathers on the cloak, and she said, "Where did you get that?"
I'm just trying to remember. I didn't get told like not to say anything about Cyrus or anything, right?
No, you were not bound to any secrecy with him.
Okay. There was, I don't know the details, but a man brought it after the incident. Cyrus.
She smiles. Ah. Interesting. Well, that's good. You are in good hands with a friend like that. Cyrus is a friend of the Glade as well.
That is good to know.
He hasn't been around much lately. He's got a lot. He helps anyone he can, and so his time is spent taking care of those who need him more than we do here. We're a bit self-sufficient compared to many who can benefit from his help. I'm glad that you're one of them.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you get some rest, May.
Thank you. Yeah, you as well with all that is happening.
Oh, goodness, thank you. Yes, I probably should try to get some soon. Not tonight, though. It's a full moon. It's a good night for all the rituals I need to conduct. And I have many things to see to, so I should probably get to that if you have no other questions for me.
Of course. Thank you. Welby,
Yes.
ready.
All right.
You heft him up forgetting how light he is and almost throw him on accident.
He's not. This is weird. Magic is weird. I do magic. Magic is weird.
Yes. And we'll go, and I think I'll go talk to Beatrice for a bit. I don't need to roleplay, but just kind of like talk about what happened and what I learned and everything.
Beatrice, as always, is great listening.
Yes. So we'll be like, didn't Cal leave like an implication that Beatrice knew more or something? Or
That's true.
so.
There were some implications that Beatrice might know some things.
Yes.
But yeah, I'll have to be able to hear her responses if you want that.
Yep. Alright, yeah. It's in the middle of. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I'll see if Johannes is still up, I guess.
Sure. Johannes?
I mean, yeah, I'm still up. I look kind of like an addict who is tweaking because I don't have the book to go try and translate or to transcribe. No, I'm definitely awake.
Do you want to hear about what we learned since you are involved in this now?
If you would like to share this,
I need to tell Beatrice as well.
okay. Yes, if you're fine with me being a part of this, then yes, I would like to. Don't feel obligated by any means, May.
No, you're part of this. So. And I'm not like purposely excluding Noctis or anything. Like Noctis can come along, but I'm not saying anything about it. So
Fair.
I'm just a servant man.
Come,
Of course.
Frank. We go to
Humble
Beatrice.
Who is this Beatrice? Just kidding. It's just us.
She does the little leaf version of putting her hands on her hips, just be like, who's Beatrice?
So I go over and just, have the conversation of like, I'm sorry for not believing you at first, Johannes, but you were, it seems, right about my husband. He is, apparently he is not moved on, but he's not in his original body, but he is in a body. Kel also has not moved on. Yes?
So
Correct.
you're saying he is in a body, but it's not his body.
Yes.
But he's still him.
I think you would, well, his soul hasn't gone through the rebirth process.
Do you think his soul is trapped in a gem and being used to power another being much like Kel was?
I mean, you know more about what's magically possible than I do.
I mean, your son was theoretically impossible. I guess technically it wasn't even theoretically impossible. It was supposed to be impossible. But obviously that's not true. So it seems we all have much to learn. Would you like me to try and speak to your husband again?
If you would like. I mostly...
May
I worry if he's okay.
I don't have anything to say to him. What would you like me to say to him? What would you like to say if you could? Please keep it PG. And I look over it and I'm side-eyeing Welby. Not that he's done anything, but I just don't trust Welby.
Welby is looking a different direction suddenly, weirdly.
I guess you wouldn't. Now don't, you can paraphrase this, obviously, but I hope he's not in pain, but also Kel is dead but not dead. She kind of like puts her hands in her hair, you know, kind of like leans forward and how do I say that?
Well, how I would say it is, this is from May. I hope you aren't in pain. Kel is dead, but not technically.
I miss you.
I miss you. I mean, that one's pretty straightforward.
Is that the right number?
Hang on, I have a program that counts words.
Well, technically, you're under words. Technically, I think it's only 17 words.
18.
18.
This is May. I hope you're not in pain. Kel is dead, but not technically. I miss you. You could pull apart the "you are."
No. 18. So I have. Is there anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know? That's at 24.
Close enough for me. Unless I
Yeah.
just sign it beats. So, oh. Actually, come on, let me reword that. The Beatrice is fine, but Kel is not.
Oh.
How many things can you do a day?
Well, I haven't done any today, I don't think. So, 2. So we could respond after.
Beatrice is fine. Kel is not. That comes out to 24. So.
Kel is.
Yeah, as long as he's like, "You're not May," when he hears Johannes's
Yes.
voice.
Well, and he's already like been reached out to.
Yeah, I've already technically spoken ish to him.
This is May. I hope you're not in pain. Beatrice is fine. Kel is not. I miss you. Is there anything I should know? That's 24 words.
Maybe just swap the positioning of the. Is there anything I should know? And then I miss you. But yeah, just leave it that way.
Do you want to be here while I do this? Do you want me to? Yeah, let's do this together. How about that?
Nods. Yeah.
And I will reach out to Pa Kent.
Please make on a check.
Okay. Oh, before I do this, I'm just gonna go. So, Pa Kent looks exactly like he did when I saw him in the illusion in the Fae, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Do you have an item of his, perhaps, just to make this a little bit stronger?
Hand him the pants.
Yeah. I just hand over. They're not positioned with the side up. They're just like, you know, if you take a second, you'll recognize that.
Ah, yes, the beet red hot pants.
Yes.
Perfect. And do any of those things add to what I've rolled?
The DC has been lowered because you've contacted him before.
Okay. I'm
But
just
there is
worried
still-
about this roll, guys. I just wanted you to know. but I'm pretty sure we got a good number. Just saying.
Oh, good. That's good.
That seems like a good roll to me.
It
Higher than I
feels
can
like
get.
you feel the spell connect.
Oh, perfect. This is from May. So see, now it's going to be 25 words, guys, because I added from. I hope you aren't
My
in
lord.
pain.
Just kidding.
Beatrice is fine. Kel is not. I miss you. Is there anything I should know?
The response comes through similar to like you heard last time, where there's like a static of some kind of arcane interference going on, but you do hear the response through the interference. And he says, I'm sorry for keeping secrets. I thought it would keep you both safe. They have made a monster of me. Do not cross House Clarencia.
I have said this all as it comes through. DM, what do I know of House Clarencia?
House Clarencia. Okay, let me grab. I'm just going to put this in. Okay. There's that. Let me go grab my note section on House Clarencia to make sure I give you only the correct information. What you know about House Clarencia primarily is it does come pretty easily to your mind because you remember when you were looking into information about Neverfall's Keep, House Clarencia, that is like their central stronghold,
That's what I was
where they are magical innovators who create like toys and constructs and puppets, a lot of oddities, not things that are usually super high caliber, but sometimes they do. It's almost like most of their job is a misdirection so that people don't pay attention to the crazy things they're up to. That they, yeah, you've heard of them and spoken about them recently when you were looking into Neverfall's Keep.
So, just so you know, May, it feels like, remember how we talked about Neverfall's Keep at one point? I was like, we could get answers there. I just have a question. Were you present when Kel was found? Or were you the one who
You mean
found
when,
him?
when
Or was-
Pa was count? You mean?
No. When
When-
Kel was found, was it you who found him? Or was it
Oh.
Pa? Or were you both?
No, I
there?
found him.
You found
No,
him.
No. Yeah.
Did he seem surprised?
Did Pa seem surprised?
Yes. Did he seem
Well-
truly surprised?
I mean, I think we both had a surprise for each other that day because that was the day that he brought home Beatrice. So he seemed more relieved than anything because if we both had something to explain, then neither of us really had to explain.
House Clarencia is... They are the ones who would have made, created, or birthed, in a almost literal sense, someone like Kel. And with
Right, I remember
and with Pa
the
being sorry for keeping secrets, I have a suspicion. Now, I've had this suspicion, but it's a little more solidified with this, but I have a feeling your husband's soul is trapped in a gem much like that of the one that Kel had, or was in, and he is currently in... He says he's a monster. I'm assuming he's being used to power some sort of construct of which he has no control.
Or you said they take the bodies of the dead.
Well, you have his body and it's not rotting, correct?
I haven't checked since we buried him. Kel's body isn't rotting.
Kel's body isn't rotting. Was there?
But-
Am I misremembering? Was there not some point when we were told that his body was there last time they had looked? Or was that just
No,
Kel
they haven't
specifically?
dug up his grave. It's just Kel that you
Gotcha.
you see
Okay,
his body
so I
in
might have
front.
been misremembering. Cool.
You haven't checked the grave yet. You haven't made it to Small Village.
That's really funny because I've had this theory for a while, but now I know it's based off of faulty information. Anywho, so we'll just rewind a little bit. I don't say anything about body being normal. I just go, okay. So if his body is there, then just his soul that is trapped. But did you describe the way that the vision you had with Paloma went?
Well, Paloma seemed to think it was different than Kel, like that Kel was disconnected but trapped. Like,
Yes. So I would put it like this: the way it sounds
But-
to me. So did you explain what she saw, or what you guys saw, and how she explained it to you?
I think I explained the best I can,
Okay.
and that it seemed that Paz was different. The Paz was more, he's in another body, but he's not.
Here's how I would pose. This is what this might not be true. I'm just saying this is a theory. I would say the difference that I'm fearing for is that Kel is a beet in a jar. He was removed
Okay.
from the jar, but the beet is very much still the same beet. Whereas, potentially, Pa Kent is potentially, this is just a fear I have because of House Clarencia, but that he is a beet who has been put into brine in another beet jar. As in, he's in a beet jar that was not his own and is being used as like a... I don't know if brines are the same as like sourdough breads or things like that, where they have like a starter or like a mother yeast. So maybe beets weren't the right thing. I was trying to stick to what you were familiar with. But basically, I think they are, while they are similar in the fact that they are both souls trapped in things, Kel exists because he is a soul that has taken root in a crystal, to say the least, like a sort of energy source, and he has become that energy source, and it is him, right? And the body, while being Kel, was not necessarily Kel. It is the crystal that was Kel. Whereas it's a different story for your husband, who is a organic being, who was, birthed, as far as I am aware, like the rest of us were. I don't know with people anymore until we start like cutting them open, whether or not I don't trust anything. But more than likely, he was born as a organic biological being, and then the inner parts that make up his soul were then taken and trapped in a sort of crystal, which is not the same thing. Whereas the crystal that is Kel is Kel. The crystal that your husband is trapped in is not necessarily who he is, but more like his soul is being used as a power source. That is an option. Or there's also the fact that that nobility is using the bodies of the undead, but that wouldn't necessarily necessitate them needing his soul for anything. Nor do I think they'd really care for that. For you don't need a soul to have an undying, undead slave army. So My fear is he's been put in some sort of weird war machine or a funny toy for nobility to use as some sort of power source. But that's just a theory. And it mostly comes from the way she described the light would feel like, and the arcane humming and interference I get when I speak would feel more like there's some sort of physical barrier as well, preventing sight and sound from coming through in a transmission state. But that's also, like I said, just a theory.
I mean, it seems we could probably ask. I'm also like watching during this conversation. I'm watching Beatrice to see if any of this seems uncomfortable for her. I mean, you know.
Make an insight check.
All right.
This is how we're gonna find out. Beatrice is not her name. She's actually the soul of someone from House Clarencia that he took as a hostage, and she just decided she liked this life better.
It's a 12.
Beatrice is giving off this kind of vibe. You get the feeling that Beatrice is very uncomfortable not being able to participate in this conversation right now because she has no mouth.
Okay, you need to teach her how to speak. Podcast message.
Question: so she can like move her like leaves and stuff, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We mostly get by on body language, I think is the deal.
Yeah.
But can't really, explain the... Are you alright, Beatrice?
She like rolls over.
I'm casting message, and I'm like, you can just respond, and I'll translate whatever you say, Beatrice, through her. So we'll just go back and forth. Use me as a medium. You guys can have a conversation that way.
Great. Yes, I do. I probably should contribute some information. The body that they buried was not his actual body.
Okay, cool. So, the body you buried, not your husband's body.
What?
She says what?
So, yes, I can hear her.
I mean, I have to say things for the spell to work.
I know. Sorry.
Fine.
Oh, look, I have kind of assumed he was dead a long time because he didn't come back. But he was worried about Kel, and he decided to look for some answers. But he didn't want to draw suspicion. He didn't want anyone to know he was looking for answers because of the reasons he was worried. Not all of which I know, because he just kind of rambled when I was nearby sometimes.
Right.
Sounds like your husband knew something was up with Kel, but not quite what was up with Kel, and so he went looking for answers, and it seems like he might have found some answers, and he was suspicious, but he never actually outright told these things to Beatrice. It's more like she came upon him while he was mumbling to himself, which feels like something I do sometimes. I think it might just be something people who do magic do. Anyways, yes.
Yeah. So he sort of created a fake body to fake his death.
How strong was your husband? He created a fake body. That's crazy.
Not real. It wasn't real. It was made of like clay. It was just very convincing.
Oh, so he's just like an artist.
Are you?
Sorry, he made the
sharing
body out of
Beatrice's
clay.
stuff, or you
It was definitely fake. So there's not really a reason to bury
There was some
Kel
magic
next to it
involved.
necessarily.
There was magic involved to make it more convincing than like just a clay thing, you know,
Okay,
because
so
it had to
he
fool
used magic
people.
to make it more realistic.
So then he left, and he kind of swore Kel and I to secrecy.
Okay, so you were the only one left out of the loop because your son knew and Beatrice knew, but they were sworn to secrecy.
Kel found out on accident. He wasn't supposed to be in the loop.
Oh, Kel found out on accident, which that just rings true.
I was going to be the only one in the loop because it's very hard for anyone to suspect that I know anything because I'm a beat.
Yeah, and Beatrice was in the loop because, no one expected Beatrice to be able to actually be able to tell you all this one day.
I see.
Yes. That's kind of all I know, and I'm very, very sorry
She is so
that I
apologetic.
let you guys bury a clay man.
She's sorry that she let you bury a clay man and that she couldn't tell you these things. She's very sorry.
I don't know if pat's the right word, but like I do, I physically reach out to Beatrice in a comforting manner.
She's
I
gonna hug
push.
you with her leaves.
I kind of push Ma Kent and Beatrice together awkwardly, and I go, if I've learned anything being around you people, it's that hugs are what you do to show feelings.
You say you push us together, but I don't think that's how it works because Beatrice is literally 6 feet, like, in diameter. I think you just shove Mama Kent towards Beatrice.
Beatrice voluntarily wraps Mama Kent in a hug with all of her leaves. Mama Kent is in a
Nice
leaf
big
burrito
vine.
now.
No. Oh no.
Did he say anything about what he was? Did he say anything, or just that he was faking his death?
Yes, did he say anything about that?
He said that he would come back when it was safe.
Oh.
I didn't get the idea that this was going to be how long it would take. And he said he just needed to make sure Kel was going to be free. And so he had to go.
That's a major red flag scenario thing to say.
Yeah,
I look at May and I go, yeah, he said he was going to come back when Kel was safe. And when he was free. So, I mean...
When he was free or when Kel was free?
When Kel was free. So, I mean, if anything, since he's not technically dead, if we get him and Kel back at the same time, he will have been a man of his word up till the end. So that's a bright side for sure.
Mama Kent is just in there trying to think of where do we go? What do we?
Like poor Mama Kent's like, what do I even do with this information?
I don't know. I'm just like, I can ask to send one more message, but what do I even ask? Do I explain that Kel has been taken by Trovalone? Because I just said he's not okay.
Yeah, we could be like, Kel's soul crystal taken by, I can get real caveman style and be like, Kel's soul crystal taken by Trovalon. Found body similar to Kel, but not Kel. How help?
I don't.
Sorry, that was really great.
Maybe Kel killed and soul taken by Trovalone. Just trying to think of, yeah. So explain that Kel is not just like not okay mentally, but is like dead but not dead. Ask what. Are you in House Clarencia how to like known.
Are you in Never Falls?
How to help? Question mark.
With how I have it typed up, we're only at 19. We can get 16. We can get 6 other words in there. That's like 5 sentences.
Maybe Beatrice explained some, but not all.
Beatrice say some, not all.
Explained some. That's still like a word. It doesn't have to be
That's
explained and say.
fair. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Am I? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So what I have written is Kel killed by Trovolon, Crystal taken. I can put Soul Crystal taken. And then found other Kel, not Kel, but dead. Are you in Never Falls? How help? Beatrice explained some, not all.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was like looking at my count because I didn't even say anything about the other Kel. I don't know. I mean, it's night. I almost want to just ask, like, are you in danger?
Danger? Question mark. No.
I'm like,
Do we want to reword this before we try the spell again, or?
I think I'm rewording to more like this. Are you in danger? Kel killed and soul taken by Trovolon. No immediate danger to rest. Are you in Never Falls? Can you be helped?
If that's what you want, I will read it. We can have been writing this out however you need so that we can get it.
All right.
Perfect. So is that what you want?
I think so, unless somebody, I mean, I'm not prohibiting input. I just, that seems the most pressing thing.
All right. All right, let's try this one more time. I will cast the spell one more time tonight.
Okay, go ahead and make another Arcana check.
That's what I was afraid of. And for good reason. So 17.
Okay, a 17 will get you. There's still that sound of that arcane static, but you feel the spell connect as well as it has before.
Are you in danger? Kel killed and soul taken by Trovolon. No immediate danger to rest. Are you in Neverfalls? Can you be helped?
The response that you get through the arcane static is, give up on me. I belong to Clarencia now. No more messages. They will notice. They will find you. They will ruin you like me.
I look at May and I go, do you want the good news? Or the not so good news?
What did he say?
Well, he didn't respond to Kel's... well, okay. He just said give up on him. He belongs to Clarencia now. And he told us to not contact him again. Because they will find out about it. They'll find us. And they will... It was implied heavily that they will do the same to us. As in, they will ruin you like me. So... I'm not saying we give up on it completely, but maybe we table it for now while we figure out what we might be able to do.
Right.
And as luck might have it, I'm betting some from House Clarencia will be at the wedding. So I will put on my listening ears while I am there. I was already going to be listening and looking for other things. And this is something that I would also like to look into, if you don't mind. I know it might not mean much, but it's one.
She'll
of the few
reach
things
over
I can
and
do.
pull you into the hug.
I'm just imagining this, like, because I imagined for this I was sitting cross-legged, and now I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, where you're like, I can't. My legs don't stretch that way quite. You're just like,
I don't really know how to do this. And I'll just like, it'll be a very awkward hug. You can tell it is very, very, very unpracticed.
Oh,
Last time he probably ever hugged someone was probably either
Was
an
it an
awkward
uncle?
hug from Noctis after Harold was killed, and
Oh.
or when it came up awkwardly at some point. No, maybe not even that. It was probably from Harold.
that's so sad.
I think she'll notice your awkwardness. Like, she won't visibly notice it, but I think she holds you in a bit longer than she needs, because she's like, oh, this kid needs it.
It's getting wrong so bad.
You know, assuming that it's awkwardness and not like,
It's fine. I make
Uncomfortable.
my wisdom save. I don't cry.
While you guys are having this tender moment, suddenly there's an explosion of glitter, and Puckles arrives on the scene.
I
Quite well be.
I really wish I had failed the save against crying, because this would be the perfect moment to just turn right the room, like one of those really emotional comedy like scenes where just like someone's like ugly crying and they're just like read the room.
I mean, I'm sure I'm crying.
Puckles arrives. He's just looking at Welby. He's like, hello, Welby. How's it going?
Hello.
I'm back for your letter.
Yes. Here's the letter.
Excellent.
From what I was able to tell, They don't have anything against you here, so if you want to go, I don't know if shopping's the right word when it's just booze.
Ooh.
It's available.
Ooh, maybe I will. That's exciting. Oh, also, your sister sent you a gift.
Ooh,
I think it's candy. That's usually what that's very on brand for her. Here you go. And he pulls out so he has like on his belt a little tiny bag of holding, but what he pulls out is bigger than the bag and like him. He pulls out a giant lollipop, but it's normal sized. It's just giant to him that he pulls out of his pocket essentially. He's like, here we go.
oh, okay.
She's very excited to get your letter and said she would write you one after she gets yours. But for now, happy birthday or something. I don't actually remember if there was a particular event she was. I know it's not your birthday. I know when your birthday is.
Yes.
Anyway, where's the your less savory friend? I have something for him too. Not from me. I didn't bring him something. One of his grandchildren happened to have it.
I think he's behind you.
Puckles turns around and there's just this scene.
Immediately again, just like standing there.
Interesting. So you've changed your look.
Yeah.
Sticking with that?
For a while.
Whatever. Well, anyway, your granddaughter made this for you. She is like 7 years old, so maybe be careful. And he hands you, he pulls out of his pocket. Again, this potion bottle that he pulls out is like as big as he is, that he comes out of his pocket. Here you go.
I take it and I go, yes, Riley, 9 years old. My dearest granddaughter, who I love very much.
Yes.
He opens it.
It's a potion, right? It's do I recognize what potion it is?
It is labeled Feather Brew, and essentially what it will do is for 12 hours after drinking it, you will have +2 on initiative and +2 to acrobatics.
Ooh.
And your movement and jump distance will be increased by 5 feet.
Okay, hang on. Let me it's written down. Yeah.
And
I
let me
put Feather Boo, not Feather Brew.
Brew.
+2 acrobatics and what?
Initiative. +2 to initiative.
And +5 foot jump distance.
Yeah, and movement. Jump and regular movement.
Okay.
Great. And for Welby, yours is a face sugar lollipop. And so you can, if you take 10 minutes to eat this lollipop, you cannot be charmed for the next hour, and you'll have advantage on persuasion checks for the next hour. And for that same hour, you have the ability to understand any spoken language you hear, and everybody who can hear you can understand you. Oh, that's it. Then, yeah, it lasts for 1 hour. Yep.
Can I insight check how Puckles feels about me always being there exactly behind him whenever he teleports in?
Sure, make an insight check.
Okay. 10. 16.
He looks a little annoyed, and you can feel him like, I've got to step up my game. I've got to be even more obnoxious, kind of. You feel an increase in his obnoxiousness coming.
I smile at him.
Anyway. And he looks around and kind of notices the weird mood that he's walked in. He's like, well, I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna shop first?
Yeah, probably. Really pass up this opportunity. I mean, how long are you going to be here?
I will look at Johannes.
Who who is face first in a beat, I think, because I'm holding him there in the hug.
I just look
Right.
over and I just go, that's a really good question. We'll probably leave here soon. I have to go get my outfit for the wedding.
Right. So I should probably take advantage of this opportunity while I can, because I don't think I'll be able to find this place anymore once you leave.
Oh no, you definitely won't, they said. So you'll definitely want to go get it.
They are
And I go
very...
and I point directly at the guy I bought my giant wineskin of the stuff from, and I go, that's who you wouldn't talk to.
Oh, excellent. Yes, they're very, very good at protecting this place, which is why I've never been here before. All right, everyone, all of you, good luck with whatever it is you're dealing with over there. Goodbye. And he flies off to go buy a lot of booze.
I lean in to whisper to Welby, I'm winning.
I just look at him with this strong thrum of Paladin of Family and say, debatable.
I just look at both of them because I know what this is about between them, and I just go, just so you know, you're both doing better off than I am.
You're not a dad? What?
First off, no, I am not. Second off, this wasn't about the dad, just about family. Jeez. And then I look at Welby and I go, wait, are you a dad?
No, and from what I understand, there was no chance of it before I left either. But I would like to fix that.
Listen, Welby, I said PG, and I'm also out of the sending spell for tonight. But you
Incredible.
watch me pull my journal out, and I go, note to self, soundproof Taylor's house.
Incredible. Okay. Well, congratulations for our two people who had their birthdays and have now received their gifts. Now I just have to get Klukie's, and I think Drake, I owe him one more thing for guessing a song. But we'll get there. And Puckles will be back.
Yeah.
And he's just been challenged, essentially. He's like, gotta up my game. Time to throw a pizza party.
Gross.
All right. That is where we will end for tonight. And next week, I believe we will pick up with heading off to Diplome Manor. And or hopefully we will start off with the thing I have for Kluki to do.
Yes.
Although that can happen at any time. So we'll let Ace slide back into the story when he gets